Taking action sounds simple, yet it isn't easy.
I see this all the time with people. And this also happened to me many times.
Because there are two parts to generating the results you want. The first is insight, or the learning which occurs in a coaching session. Clarity on goals, needs, and actions. The second is implementation, or putting these insights into action when you're not achieving the outcomes you desire.
Your instinct is to ask, what do I need to do about this?
But what you're doing, or not doing, isn't the issue.
You see, the reason you're not creating momentum is internal. It begins with your mind. Finding it tough to take action?
Let's see why. Block number 1. You don't want to fail. One of the biggest blocks to action is the fear of failure. The purpose of fear is to keep you safe and support your survival. As humans, our brains have evolved to avoid fear and discomfort. From a neuroscience perspective, external threats trigger the fear response within the amygdala.
This part of your brain releases stress, hormones into the body,
activating the fight or flight response. In modern times, fear shows up anytime. You're about to make a big change or step outside your comfort zone, but it also stops
you taking risks to avoid failing and holds
you back from creating the career and life you want.
At some stage growing up, you learned failure was bad.
Yet by only making choices which guarantee success,
you limit yourself to playing small.
Making mistakes and getting uncomfortable is how you learn and grow. From the moment you're born, you learn by taking action and failing.
As you learned to walk, you took a few steps, fell down, got back up, and tried again. You can never be a failure, regardless of whether you succeed or fail.
When you face your fears and take action anyway, success comes fast. Block number 2. You feel like a fraud.
Imposter syndrome and worrying about what people think holds you back from action.
Like fear, it occurs in response to a perceived threat.
It's a survival function designed to protect you from being exposed as a fraud.
Common amongst high achievers.
It's caused by a deep fear of not being good
enough, regardless how experienced and successful you are. The fear of judgment, rejection, or criticism stops you putting yourself out there. Imposter syndrome often shows up when you're starting something new. You begin to doubt yourself and your abilities, and your shrinking confidence stops.
You taking action or showing up in a meaningful way. As your self-doubt grows, the more you believe you're incapable. You might tell yourself you don't have anything interesting or unique of value.
That your previous success was a fluke, and there's no way you can ever repeat it.
These negative thoughts and limiting beliefs keep you stuck and out of action. Here's the thing, false thoughts and fraudy feelings will always be there, but you get to choose what to believe and how to respond to them.
Don't wait until you feel confident to put yourself out there.
Courage comes from action.
When you take the first step, you will get unstuck and become more confident over time.
Block number 3, you have no boundaries.
One reason you're not taking action and implementing is a lack of boundaries or the inability
to say no.
People-pleasing stems from the need to feel appreciated, liked, or validated.
Or the false belief it's selfish to put your needs ahead of everyone else.
You fail to set boundaries or say yes because you think you should.
Or have to, not because you want to. This means you struggle to say no, accept
every request for your time or agree to do things to keep others happy. This pulls you away from the goals and projects that are most important to you. It also creates distractions and limits. The time you have to take action towards what you want. Remember, how you choose to spend your time is within your complete control. When you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to something else. Block number 4. You're stuck in the hustle plus striving. Another thing holding you back from taking action can be a lack of focus or trying to do it all.
You're busy, but not productive.
And working hard, yet aren't getting the results you're after.
Stress, panic, and fear creates this type of reactive behavior.
You could be pushing yourself to reach someone else's version of success by spending all your time on the things you think you should do rather than taking action on what you want. Or you're an overachiever who's always striving to do more and better. As a recovering overachiever, I know firsthand. This leads to overwhelm, exhaustion, and procrastination. You're lacking motivation and are struggling to take action. So what's the answer? When you're clear on what you want and focus on your one next best step, you will reach your goals. Block number 5. You're trying to be perfect.
Perfectionism is another struggle which can stop you in your tracks.
Believing you must achieve more and greater. You set unrealistic goals, then put yourself under immense pressure to reach them. You may also become so overwhelmed by the size of the tasks in front of you and your own unrelenting high standards that you procrastinate.
Taking action becomes a battle, and you give yourself unlimited time to complete things. But here's the truth. Perfection doesn't exist. By striving to be perfect, you're even further away from reaching your goals.
Instead, make your goals realistic and achievable. Put a time limit on tasks and projects. The final outcome won't always be up to your own.
High standards, yet it will get done.
Because when you go for progress, not perfection,
you will take action and achieve more of the results you want.
The path to success isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters, even when it feels uncomfortable.
Take the step.
Face the fear. Say no to what drains you.
Let go of perfection.
And trust this, your action, even small, can change everything. If this video was helpful, like, share, and subscribe. Also share with friends.